But plasma energy is unstable. No Cybertronian has been able to tame it since the Golden Age.
Then stand back, Starscream, and watch me tame it as I have tamed you.
Snaps! Ow.
More than meets the eye, Transformers Devastation has the kind of story we come to expect from our beloved childhood franchise. Megatron has found a new energy source, and is planning to use that to terraform the Earth and make it a new Cybertron. Our Autobot allies, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and Grimlock, the motherfucking T-Rex, are all out to stop Megatron's plan and save the world. You're going to see lots of Transformers here, such as Soundwave, Shockwave, Blitzwing, and everyone's favorite failure, Starscream.
One of these days, Megatron.
Oh, and the Insecticons too, who don't really say much because they make bug noises because, well, they're bugs in disguise. Even the Transformers that combine together make an appearance. Yes, sorry, I forgot their name. The story comes off as one giant episode of the cartoon series, and it works really well. There isn't anything really deep here, there's no real emotional connections or deep feels, but who frickin' cares? It's giant robots that kick the crap out of one another. Though it would have been nice to have more Autobots in it, but other than that, really not much more to say. If you like the cartoon series, then you're gonna love it. Another thing that longtime fans will love is the fact that they got a lot of the original voice actors to come back and reprise their roles. Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, and Frank Weller as Megatron, and many, many more. Peter Cullen's voice, I'm telling you, can make people pregnant, even guys. So be careful and stay protected.
Then we locate the Ferrotaxis and preserve our culture, as Nova Prime intended.
Soundtrack itself has a lot of heavy guitar and electronic touches that fits well with the Transformers universe. Oh, and there's a few little orchestral scores here and there for the more low-key moments, but mostly it's metal on metal action, baby! Platinum Games usually has a great way with its soundtracks, and even if you're not into one of their games, they have some really great composers on board, and it's hard not to like. Seriously, give this man or woman or team of people a raise and a vacation. These people have earned it. There's lots of classic Transformers sound effects in this too, from the transforming noises to the laser blast. It all feels very authentic to the show. Lots of love went into this, and it also shows even in the graphics. It has a nice, cel-shaded style that brings out the robots in disguise to life. Even the city environments and the interiors of the giant spacecraft look pretty good. The only thing I really wish they did here is add more environments. It does eventually get a bit dull to look at the same ones over and over and over again, but I'll talk about why that is in the gameplay section, which I'm about to cover right now. The reason why I feel that there's a lack of variety in environments in Transformers Devastation is the fact that it's a bit of an open world action game. Yes, it's not a very expansive open world, but most of the time you're not going to have any barriers unless you're facing a group of enemies. One of the benefits to this is that you can explore and find loot. Yes, Transformers has loot. You can find money, health items, recovery item to help your special attack gauge, and the weapons. Take these items back to your base, indicated by a little green Autobot icon, and the weapons will get identified. Speaking of weapons, there is some light crafting here you can do. You can feed your weapons to other weapons to make them stronger. You can even get chips made to enhance your Autobot. What would a Transformers game be without, the transforming? It's like an engine without lube, and no one likes a dry shaft. Nobody. This is a Platinum Games joint, so you know to expect high-octane action, and Transformers Devastation kicks it into overdrive. Alright, I know I've been using a lot of puns, but really, why stop a good thing when it's in motion? Transformers Devastation plays a little bit like Bayonetta, except replace Sexy Witch with robots that can turn into vehicles and dinosaurs. You got light and heavy attacks, along with a dodge that Bayonetta uses at the right time. You are able to slow down time and get a few extra hits in. You can also incorporate your transformations into this. Doing a combo long enough gets you an option to continue it by turning into a vehicle and keep attacking. Timing is key here, and it will take some time to get used to, and you gotta be quick. That's the one thing with dodging and transforming. It uses the R1 button, so it takes a little bit getting used to when it comes to the timing. You hold down the button to transform, and you tap the button to dodge. And then replace whatever that is on the Xbox controller. LB, RB, yeah, RB. That's it. I remember I own an Xbox. There is no lock-on system, but there is an aim button where you can use it to shoot at enemies. Though, unlike Bayonetta, you can't combine your regular attacks with your gun attacks. Sadly, the camera does get in the way at times, but it's not so broken where it ruins the gameplay experience for you. Also, each character has its own special abilities and even ultra attacks they can pull off. The combat is fun, the enemy types range from jets to tanks to other vehicles, and lots of classic villains from the show. They do break up the action once in a while with some racing segments and some other smaller missions, though mostly, let's be honest here, you're pretty much there to destroy Decepticons and reduce them to scrap. Before I end this, there's one big question that's hanging over people's minds, especially when we get a new Platinum game. How short is it? This game can be beaten within 5 to 6 hours. It does come with a gallery mode and a mission mode where you can earn more loot, but other than that, there really isn't much else. Now, for me personally, it was worth the $50. And for me, it isn't about the size of the camper, it's whether or not it comes with a microwave, a refrigerator, and a flat screen TV. And Transformers Devastation is a camper, a small camper, with a fridge to put your food in, a microwave to cook it, and a TV to play Transformers Devastation on. Sure, it's a little too cramped for a party, but it makes for one hell of a ride. So till next time, my Autobot friends, roll out. That was my terrible Peter Cullen impression, and I'm not sorry. No, I'm not going to be sorry anymore. Yeah, sorry. Wow. That was my Transformers Devastation review. Now, if you would like to, and you got the touch, then take that touch and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for more reviews and other content. We're going to work on trying to bring back some other stuff to the site, working on some other idea features, but we're going to have more reviews coming soon, working on a Halloween special, retro review, and we got some other things coming down the pipe, so stay tuned for that when it comes to that. Also, why don't you check out my Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax review? See whether or not a bunch of anime characters fighting in the Sega universe is actually fun. Spoiler, it's kind of fun, but you should still watch it anyway. Who is spoiling that? You need to stop that. No one's going to watch my videos more than they already do. Stop. The cake is alight. Okay, enough. I'm done.